This is Tony Woodson. I'm here at a small, quaint, but really interesting aviation museum. It's called the Military Aviation Museum. It's located in Virginia Beach. I'm actually down here, tail end of this year's IPMS Nationals Convention, which took place in, I think it's Hampton, New Jersey. So the show actually ended on Saturday, and I had a couple days to kill. So I was going through the internet looking for interesting places to visit while I'm down here, and this place caught my eye. Again, this is really interesting, small. I think one of the tour guides who was just speaking with us was saying that there's a total of, I think, 9 buildings, and he said 7 buildings here, but they have a total of 79 aircraft, and most of the ones he said that are restored are in flying condition. Periodically they take them out. So over here, this is where I'm actually situated at now. This is I think this is the Air Force Museum, and I actually just exited it. I wanted to come out to give a shot of, like, you know, what this place looks like on the outside. Over here on the other side, this is the main area in the middle. Over here on the other side are naval planes. So I'm gonna see how well this is. This goes down. They have a lot of planes displayed here, but they're literally wingtip to wingtip. You actually would have the ability to touch them, you know, climb up on them if you wanted to, but naturally they don't want you to do that, you know, with good intention. But this place is kind of phenomenal. You know, the fact that you're able to get up that close and personal to these different aircraft. So once again, since I tend to be wordy on these videos, I'm going to stop talking and just take, you know, let the pictures, or try to stop talking. That's probably going to be hard. But try to let the pictures speak for themselves. Actually, if you could see all the way up, second floor, the way this building is designed. If you go upstairs, second floor, it's connected, both the right and the left, so you could get like a bird's eye view of the aircraft that are located in both locations, both buildings. You can see what I mean by the closeness. I'm literally right up on the wing. Jaguar, or Jaguar, I guess is the British just pronounce it. We have additional vehicles over here. I do remember seeing this one. Yeah, I'm not sure how well these pictures are gonna, this videotape is gonna end, because it's like I'm constantly fighting light versus dark. Sky Raider. So a lot of modelers who might be working on or looking for reference information on these aircraft.
Yeah. You have a lot of modelers come by. And, yeah.
I'm talking. I'm doing a videotape.
Oh,
that's okay. Oh, since you're already, what's your name again? You want to introduce yourself?
Liam.
I mean, he was one of the young men who was very, very knowledgeable. He actually introduced us to this museum and a different collection. And it was, like I said, it was impressive. This place is located kind of way out in the boonies and the sticks. There's not really a whole lot out here, and if you sneeze or blink, you'll miss the entranceway coming in. But it's almost like a gem, you know. It really is nice. I'm impressed. Can't beat all of that wing root detail. This is an Avenger. Yeah, what Liam was telling me previously was this initially belonged to a private collector. And I guess this was just part of his collection, but he just basically opened it up to the public, and he donated it to, I think he helped build the museum as well. So as you can tell, this is what I was talking about in terms of them being really, really close. Very close located. And you can't beat that engine detail that you're able to display ore underneath. It's a Wildcat. This is German, I'm not German, this is World War II Naval always get the Wildcats and the Hellcats and all of the different cats confused. There's an iteration. I think the Wildcat was the very first one. I'm kind of zoning out on you guys, trying to read information while the camera really isn't focusing on anything in particular. But this is nice. They actually have, I guess, pictures of the restoration process, different steps that they went through in restoring the sky. Right next to it is P-40, which is kind of being washed out with the sunlight coming inside the door. But this is what I was talking about. This is the difference, distance-wise, between the Wildcat and the tail of the P-40. So I got to really be careful and traveling in between. And I think this is an I think it's either A25 or A26. But again, so actually really impressed with Liam, a Mitchell B-25. Doolittle raid. This was a 25GA. I'm not sure if this was the one that participated in the Doolittle raid. Oh, it looks like it is. Look at that. So basically, most of you all probably know, but Doolittle raid, what happened was not that long after we had gone to war with Japan, after they attacked Pearl Harbor. There were actually a whole lot of strings of losses that America went through, and we were having trouble. We were going on offense, so they positioned these. These are actually these were not Navy attackers, bombers. These are actually, it wasn't the Air Force didn't exist, but it was Army Air Corps. But these were not designed to go on aircraft carriers. But I think Doolittle came up with the idea, you know, to position them on aircraft, on an aircraft carrier and get close to the Japanese coastline and take off. And because these weren't designed to take off and land from an aircraft carrier, initially they weren't sure if the planes would successfully take off. So he was actually in the leading one, the very first plane. I think the aircraft turned over into the wind to get as much lift as possible for the aircraft, and then he successfully took off, and the people behind him and the other planes, other bombers, they, you know, if he could take off, him being closest, with them having more space, is more feasible, you know, it's less likely that it would have issues taking off. But the raid was successful. But then the thing about it is, it was it was almost like a one-shot deal. It was, they didn't have the ability, the range, nor the capability of returning. So they went straight through after they bombed Japan, and the idea was to land in China. And I think almost all of the planes were ditched in the ocean, or a lot of them, most of them. But some of the people, some of the crew did not make it back. But it was with, I guess, the Chinese nationalists, with their help, that they were able to, the ones who did succeed in getting back home, was due to their help. So this is what I'm talking about. This is probably maybe about 1.5 feet between the tail of this biplane and the prop of this plane. So I'm gonna carefully try to squeeze in. Not sure what this naval plane is over here, but I guess I'll find out when we go on the other side. This is interesting. A refueler. Again, you can see how closely all of these vehicles are parked next to each other. This logic behind that is space is really a premium in these buildings. And I think one of the tour guides was saying that this is kind of how they would be parked, or similar fashion, in a in an aircraft carrier. Let's see what this is. Trojan, I knew that. North American T-28D Trojan. And this is the tail of the bomber. B-25, I was about to call it a B-26. So I'm busy focusing on trying to take clear pictures, and I got to focus on not running into these aircraft. I was always impressed with this because of just the sheer amount of guns in this thing.
Let's go to the back hangar.
Looks like there are 5 here.
We got a shot till 5. You got plenty of time.
2 on either wing. Oh, let me hurry up and finish up here. They have a 12 o'clock scheduled tour, which takes you through all the different hangars. So let me speed this up. This is the tail end of the aircraft that are here. Yep, I'm videotaping this. I want to just get the last, no worries. fact, you want to introduce yourself? 'Cause
To be on your video.
I got a flash of you. What's your name?
Gary.
Yeah, I appreciate your
Sure.
your help.
Sure, the tour starts in 2 minutes.
Yep. This is the last plane I have to take. I'll be right over there. So I think this, as I just mentioned, this is the last of the planes that are located in the. Actually, I thought this was aircraft, but I think this is Navy, the Navy hangar. So I'm going to get another angle right over here. So I'm going to sign off for now.